Welcome to another Top 10 list on the Podcast Wrestling Society's YouTube, bros. I am your loving leader, benevolent host, and Midwest monster, Troy Adams. And with me today, he is the animal to my hawk. We are the Legion of Podcasting Doom. He is Greg. What a rush. What up, Greg?
Bro.
Bro. You're not on the list anymore, bro.
Bro, what a rush.
God. Well, today...
Use that one first.
Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great list for you all here on the Podcast Wrestling Society's YouTube. Definitely like, subscribe, and tick the little bell down below and to stay notified. And the more you subscribe, the closer we come to getting our own custom URL, bros and broettes, of course. And everybody wants that, so why not? Give us some love, bros. Also, if you do not agree with our lists, or if you do agree with our lists and just want to have a chat, then comment down below and we'll interact with you. Or hit us up on social media. It's at Podrust Society for all forms of social media. You ready to get into this, bro, Greg?
Maybe.
Let's
Might
go.
hurt.
Let's go, Abercrombie and Fitch. A special gimmick or stipulation can make or break a match. There have been some really great stipulations that enhance what would already be a high-quality contest between great workers. Sometimes a stipulation can be a great blow-off to a bitter blood feud. Then other times, stipulations and gimmicks are used to cover up for someone's lack of any ability to work or to get over. Then other times, a great contest is just ruined by stupid, silly, unnecessary crap. That's exactly what we're covering for you today. It's the top 10 worst gimmick match types in history. It's going to be fun, I guess. We cover a lot
We'll
of
make it fun.
We cover a lot of these here on the YouTube, bro. So I went first last week, so it is your turn today, Bruiser Brody.
Oh, that one was easy.
Yeah, just slap bro in there, bro. Well, before you go, it is time for some air horn, because it is time for the list, bro. What you got, bro?
I got a list.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right, this first one, I've never been really a fan of this match, so some people might not like that I put this on here, but I always thought one of the lame ones was the strap match.
I personally enjoy a match that's similar a lot more. I think I forgot to put this on my favorites. I like Texas bull rope matches. Don't know why.
Yeah, the dog collar was good too.
Yeah, dog collar's okay. I've seen some good ones. Namely, specifically Roddy Piper versus Greg Valentine at Starrcade. But yeah, strap matches can be kind of lame sometimes, but they can also be good depending on who's in it.
The next one I said the hog pen match.
Oh yeah, wasn't that your boy Phineas?
No, that was Henry.
Oh, it was the one that could actually work. Okay, I'm kidding. But yeah,
Naked Media, you can work it, man.
Oh, you can work that fanny pack. It was him versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Oh, God.
Don't forget about, I think it was Vicky versus Santina. You forgot about that epic classic, man.
Oh, yeah, where they made fun of Vicky's weight. Oh, what a great storyline.
I just meant the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Lovely.
Classic.
Of course. These all are.
Tell me if you remember this one. The Reverse Battle Royal.
God dang. Yep. It's where...
Man.
I'm not going to go deep into it here, but have you ever been in a boxing ring or wrestling ring or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. How long did it take you to get into it?
I don't know, like 8.8 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's my point. That's like literally the first thing you learn, and you don't even have to learn it. It's just like you know how to get into a freaking ring. It's not that hard. Why do these guys have to suddenly act like, I can't get into a ring? What's going on? It's right there. Slide in. Jump in. Don't do moves. What the hell?
Bro, you can't get in until you hit everybody.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, the point of this is everybody starts outside of the ring, and to win, you have to get into the ring.
Well, no, it was a little more. Remember, they started on the outside, they have to get into the ring, and then it becomes a battle royal to throw them out of the ring.
Yeah. And then the last two people, I believe, have to have a regular match.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of complicated BS. Just start in the ring.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Weren't we just talking about Vince Russo?
Yep. This is a Fire Russo moment right there. But continue.
I said, next one I said clothing matches. Basically, any match where you got to rip off clothes.
Oh, there's the...
No, it was not a naked Midian pun either.
Wow. There's the tuxedo matches, the evening gown matches, the ROTC, which stands for Rip Off the Clothes matches.
No, camouflage.
Oh, excuse me, camouflage ROTC match, yeah. Or no.
Rip off the camouflage.
Yeah,
that's
right. Okay, yeah. Gosh. Yeah, just... There's never been a good one of those, I'll just say that.
I don't know. I thought Harvey Whippleman versus Howard Finkel in the tuxedo match was pretty good.
Holy crap. You got a Harvey Whippleman mention in here. Good for you.
Oh, man. Next, I said the always fun blindfold match.
We have seen good ones, and we have seen bad ones. For as much as it gets crapped on, the one you and I reviewed from, was it WrestleMania 7?
Yeah.
That one was actually done well. But most of them...
Yeah, what about Chris Harris and James Storm?
Didn't the blindfolds fall off at one point?
Yes.
They had to put them back on. And you could, and looking at them in the camera, you can see that they're sheer bags over their heads.
Yep.
You can see their face. So what the F? Oh.
Just accept it.
Yeah. Wrestling, bro. Nobody cares.
Next, I said the Boiler Room Brawl.
Oh, man. This led to a terrible staph infection in the Undertaker's elbow. I will say this. As a kid, I enjoyed them. And then I grew up, so I did. Have you seen one as an adult?
I think there's only been 2.
Yeah, but I mean, have you gone back and watched them again as an adult?
Oh, yeah, they were brutal.
I have not gone back and watched them, so I don't really
SummerSlam, what was it, 96? Yeah. Dude, there's no audio or anything. It's terrible.
How dare you?
I went there.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was Mankind's match.
Next, I said any kind of match where you got to kiss something. Usually it's like ass or foot or something.
A kiss my ass match and a kiss my foot match. Oh,
yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, that's something that gets lost, by the way, on people that they tend to forget, is the match where Steve Austin got his neck broke against Owen Hart. That was a kiss my ass match. And when Owen Hart lost, he did not, in fact, kiss any ass.
Yeah.
Just
next,
it out.
I said the always fun, anything on a pole, bro.
What are you talking about? I will say those can be acceptable, but most of them are awful.
You climb a pole and grab something. That's awful.
There was one I can't remember which one it was specifically in TNA, but there was one where Tomko took on somebody else, and Tomko was literally tall enough to, on the mat, stand up, reach up, and grab whatever the hell was on the top of the pole. But he couldn't. He had to act like he was struggling and had to climb the ropes to do it. So it just, logic.
Reasons.
And you and I, speaking of which, in the archives, we review a nightstick on a pole match from
and a coal miner's glove match, which was also on the pole.
Yeah, there you go, man. In the archives here on YouTube, go check it out.
Next one, I said, oh man, the kennel from hell.
The dog. Well, the problem was they didn't get working dogs. All right.
Yeah.
They went to they didn't go to Working Dogs R Us. They went to the wrong one, and they got themselves pooping, peeing, humping dogs that didn't give two craps about that match. They couldn't run spots. Okay, like they should have went over the match a little bit more with them beforehand. Maybe give them a script.
And number one, of course, the Punjabi prison.
Oh, yeah. How was that bad? I don't... They've had 3 of them in WWE, Greg. How could it be that bad?
You're right.
Oh, man. You and I should review that match, or one of the matches someday.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah. For all of you, by the way, that want to know this interesting fact, all 3 involved the Great Khali, one way, shape, or form, whether he was a run-in or he was actually in the damn thing. It was awful. All 3 of them, just awful. If you couldn't tell by my, sarcastic tone there. All right. Well, I guess it's time for my list, bro. You ready for this, Duncan Bronuts?
I think.
All right. Let's list, bro. Number 10. My number 10 was your number 1. I said the Punjabi prison.
Yes.
It's bad. It's bad. We covered it. Let's move on. Number 9. I said Elevation X. For those who
just a scaffold match.
Yeah, I've watched scaffolding matches in the past, and you know what I always thought, Greg, was, the problem with scaffold matches is there's just too damn much room on top of those scaffolds. Let's make them smaller and X-shaped. That'll make it better. There have been a couple of these, and they were awful. All of them, just awful. I think they all involved Rhino, by the way, which was weird. Number 8. I'm surprised you didn't have this one. It's in the archives, folks. The Chamber of Horrors from WCW.
Well, something's got to get eliminated.
Yeah, I had a few brain cells eliminated with that one.
Again, in the archives.
Just the sheer... It truly was a Chamber of Horrors to watch, and we're not talking because it was scary and good. It was just scary. Number 7... This one actually did get a Fire Russo chant during the match. I said, the Last Rites match.
Oh, God.
It was Sting. It was Abyss. The point of the match was you had to tie your opponent or strap them into this table thing that got lifted up. And that was the end of the match. And it was awful. And yes, the fans loudly chanted, Fire Russo. Number 6, going back to WWF for this one in the Attitude Era, I said the Dungeon match.
Hell yeah.
That sucked. Those of you that don't know, it was a fight that took place in the dungeon, which is just the Hart family basement. So they had a basement brawl. And it was lame. It was very close, very small quarters. It was like the worst. Wasn't it Owen Hart and Ken Shamrock?
Yeah, and Dan Severn was the referee.
Yeah. Dan Severn, who, as we all know, has the personality of a UPS truck. Number 5, I said the dog kennel from hell. It was, for those of you that don't know, it was a old school blue bar cage surrounded by a Hell in a Cell, and in between the cages were quote unquote attack dogs that did not attack. They just pooped and peed all over the mat, and then they humped each other. Just wow. Number 4, I really am shocked that you left this one off your list because you were there. I said House of Horrors from WWE.
My defense, I was just trying to forget it.
It was blocking
also,
it
with
out.
my list, I went for matches that had repeats, by the way, too. So
yeah, some of these did, some of them did not. But yeah, House of Horrors from WWE. Those of you that don't remember, it was Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt beating the hell out of each other in a house in the middle of nowhere that had a bunch of creepy crap all through it. And then they had to get in a car, drive back to the arena, and then win in the ring. It made no sense. It was stupid. It was the worst thing ever. Well, apparently not, because it's only number 4 on my list. Number 3, this one's from Japan. It's the Piranha Death Match. The way to win is they have a tank of piranhas. You have to throw your opponent into the tank of piranhas.
Oh, man.
Real piranhas. I'm not joking. They bit the hell out of this dude. And he deserved all of it because he was in a piranha death match. I don't feel bad for anybody involved here. And apparently PETA is not a thing in Japan. Number 2, here's another one. King of the Road. This match had 3 people get fired. It was it was literally a fight on the back of a pickup truck driving down the road in some hay. You had to climb up the chicken wire fence and ring the bell in the front of the semi. That's how you won. And there was only ever one. It was a Blacktop Bully, a.k.a. Demolition Smash, versus Dustin Rhodes, a.k.a. Gold Dust. So you can imagine how great that was.
Man.
Hey, we cover that in the archives. Uncensored 95, I believe. 95? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And we're going to cover it again in the future. So stay tuned. And my number 1 on further review, probably not number 1, but it was just so effing dumb. Just like it didn't make any sense whatsoever. I said the Reverse Battle Royal. Because these poor, unfortunate souls had to act like they couldn't get into a damn ring in TNA. At one point, Sanjay Dutt was standing there with nobody around him, but he couldn't get in the ring because he wasn't supposed to. So he got up on the apron, tried to get in, and he, quote, slipped and fell.
Doing something he's done 100,000 times before.
He's springboarded into the damn ring, for God's sake, and he can't just step in, slide in. Nope, slipped on a banana peel. F it. I have a few dishonorable mentions. I said coal miner's glove match, which we've covered. The Doomsday Cage, because you had to act like 2 men could battle their way through 500 dudes and 3 cages. I don't know if you remember this one. Silent Night, Bloody Night, I believe is what it was. Or Deadly Night, Bloody Night. I can't remember. Something like that. It was...
No.
In TNA, it was like Black Rain, Shark Boy, Relic, which is killer spelled backwards, and I can't remember. It was somebody else too that I'm forgetting. Abyss, and there was like a barbed wire Christmas tree hanging in the middle of the ring, and they had to unwrap these packages filled with weapons and crap. And it was just the worst. And Shark Boy was thrown into the hanging barbed wire tree and, quote, bounced off because, you know, that's how barbed wire works. It was the worst. Also, I had Good Housekeeping. You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
The San Francisco 49ers match, which we covered in this week's podcast. And the Lockbox Challenge. You remember that from TNA?
Yep.
The Knockouts had got these lock boxes, and they contained different things like either title shots or things that they had to do, like strip tease and stuff like that. It was clearly Vince Russo, and it was the worst. I've said that about everything on this list. They're all bad. So much loss. All
We
right.
win.
Yeah. Well, you ready to know what the list for next week is, bro?
Maybe.
Next week, it's not bad. This is actually a good one. Next week, I said the top 10 storytellers in the ring. Basically, guys that aren't just spot monkeys. They tell a story, and you always get invested into their matches, no matter what they're doing. And they, I'm not going to throw out any examples because that kind of ruins the list. But you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we will cover
That's
it all.
good.
Oh yeah, we'll cover it all for you next week, and it's not going to be a bad list for once. So, yay.
Boo.
Well, thanks for joining me today, Greg.
Yeah, this was hell.
No, it was. We will come at you all later. Peace out.
Later.
Thanks for watching this YouTube exclusive video for the Podcast Wrestling Society. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you're picking up what we're throwing down. And of course, we always welcome feedback in the comments section down below. And if you want to keep up with the weekly podcast that drops every Wednesday, links to the show page are in the description down below, along with our social media handles and our associates pages. Come on and join the society.